3:15 in the morning, June 22, 1941. The largest invasion in human history began. No declaration of war, no final warning, just artillery fire stretching across 1,800 miles. In a single dawn, Nazi Germany shattered its pact with the Soviet Union and opened a front that would consume over 30 million lives. This was Operation Barbarossa, and it was the beginning of the end. Two dictators, two ideologies sworn to destroy one another. Yet in 1939, Adolf Hitler and Joseph Stalin signed a non-aggression pact. Publicly, it promised peace. Privately, it carved Eastern Europe into pieces. Poland was erased, the Baltic states swallowed, Europe burned, but Germany and the Soviet Union remained uneasily at peace. Stalin believed the pact bought him time. Hitler believed it was temporary. From the very beginning, Barbarossa was not a question of if, only when. This was not a conventional campaign. It was ideological warfare. Hitler saw the East as living space, land to conquer, resources to seize, and millions of people to enslave or eliminate. The invasion force was staggering. Over 3 million German soldiers, 600,000 Axis allies, 3,500 tanks, 2,700 aircraft, 600,000 motor vehicles, 750,000 horses. 3 army groups would strike like a trident. Army Group North toward Leningrad, Army Group Center toward Moscow, Army Group South toward Ukraine. The goal? Crush the Soviet Union in a matter of months, before winter, before resistance could organize, before reality set in. The opening blows were devastating. The Luftwaffe destroyed thousands of Soviet aircraft, many before they even left the ground. Entire Red Army divisions were encircled in massive kessels, cauldrons, where hundreds of thousands were captured. Cities fell in days: Minsk, Smolensk, Kiev. By autumn, millions of Soviet soldiers were dead or imprisoned. To outside observers, it appeared the Soviet Union was finished. Even Stalin was stunned into silence for days after the invasion. But Barbarossa had a flaw. It depended on speed, and Russia is not kind to speed. German supply lines plunged below -30 degrees Celsius. Engines froze, plunged below -30 degrees Celsius. Engines froze, weapons jammed. Soldiers lacked winter uniforms. Meanwhile, Soviet factories beyond the Ural Mountains churned out fresh tanks and aircraft, safely out of German reach. And from Siberia came new divisions, hardened by cold. The Blitzkrieg machine began to stall. And when it stalled, it bled. By December 1941, German forces could see the spires of Moscow in the distance. Victory seemed within grasp, but they would never enter the city. On December 5th, the Red Army launched a massive counteroffensive. Exhausted German troops were pushed back. For the first time in the war, the Wehrmacht suffered a major strategic failure. Barbarossa had failed to achieve its objective. The Soviet Union had not collapsed. It had hardened. Operation Barbarossa did not end in 1941. It transformed into something worse. A grinding industrial-scale war of attrition that would consume entire generations. From Stalingrad to Kursk to Berlin, the Eastern Front became the deadliest theater in human history. Over 80% of German military casualties in World War II would occur in the East. Barbarossa was meant to secure a 1,000-year empire. Instead, it ensured Germany would fight a war it could not win. Because once Hitler invaded the Soviet Union, he created a conflict too vast, too brutal, and too costly to survive. Operation Barbarossa began as a lightning strike. It became a firestorm, a war of ideology, of extermination, of endurance. And when the smoke cleared in 1945, the road to Berlin had been paved by the very invasion that was meant to conquer Moscow. History remembers D-Day, but it was Barbarossa. That truly broke the back of Nazi Germany.